Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Anticipate each challenge. Make a quick response. Capitalize on every opportunity. And win. Greatness won't wait. It's true in basketball. It's true in banking. Grizzlies Checking from Pinnacle. Play hard. Bank easy. Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by August 31st. And you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
Come pigeon with us, Roser. Roser, right here.
You get downward dog.
Yes,
okay. You're gonna go leg up.
I cannot.
Okay. Leg under.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, my bad. I thought that's what you were doing.
You go back.
Yeah, but then you sit. Oh, you're flexible.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt, live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
The Chiefs.
They're...
What? They covered for you, Bennett.
No, I know, but I'm saying, like, everyone always tries to write them off.
Whole team's hurt. They're 5-0.
Dude, they
got no running backs, no receivers.
They're going to win the Super Bowl.
And they're 5-0.
They're going to win the Super Bowl.
They won't win the Super Bowl with this roster. They will have to go do something.
Everyone get ready. They will win the Super Bowl.
They have to go get one. You can't do this.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Is Ja Morant the player in the NBA with the most approved going into this season?
Ja Morant is one of the best players in the world. He's one of the best players in the world.
On the court, there is no question, barring injury, that what Ja Morant is.
Hey, Grizzlies fans, be sure to tune in to Grizzbeat, where the panel and I break down all things Grizzlies and take a look at the rest of the NBA as well. The show is live every Wednesday, 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GBWR.
At Southland Casino Hotel, it's time to work hard, play hard with our $500,000 giveaway. Earn entries October through November 9th and take home free play and amazing prizes on select Saturdays, including a big rig. Stay connected on social media for weekly drawing clues. Join us November 9th for the grand finale drawing where you could drive off in a four-wheeler, side-by-side, or big rig. Work hard and play harder at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 plus. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
We got to talk about the best wrestling that we watched all week. You're up.
I think Brunson Reed and Braun Strowman put on a 5-star match in 60 seconds. I've never seen it happen before. Brunson Reed chunks the fan at Braun. I'm like, where the hell did that dude come from?
I got a tweet saying it's a good thing they're not in Memphis, or else that would have been one of the Memphis wrestling guys getting hurled.
Exactly.
Tune in to Grind City Wrestling weekly on the Grind City Media app and on the Grind City Media YouTube channel.
Congratulations to the Vanderbilt Commodores. They have actually hit the over on their win total for the season. Winning number 3. Their total was 2.5.
Hey, listen. If I had told you Vanderbilt was going to hit the over on their win total against Alabama,
yeah,
you guys would have kicked me off the show.
Crazy. Absolutely insane.
I tried to argue that they were going to be bowl eligible.
And I said that was good. And they still might not be.
The Odds Couple, live at 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
What do you think about this matchup against the Pirates and the Bison?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind is who in the hell put Gus Johnson as the notable alumni selection when we got Kamala Harris right now that's more relevant? It's 28 people I would have named before I would have got the Gus Johnson.
My assumption is, Mike, Hampton will find a way to come up again. Get all of your HBCU sports and culture news by tuning in to HBCU Huddle with CJ Hurt and Mike Wallace. New episodes drop every Thursday on grindcitymedia.com, YouTube, and Spotify.
Live from downtown Memphis, this is the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, here's your host, Chris Vernon.
On GrindCityMedia.com. It's Chris Vernon Show. Welcome. It's a Thursday, October 17th, 2024 edition of the show. Today on the show, I've been gone for a little bit, but I'm back in the saddle. I'll find out what all happened while I was out of town. The Grizzlies have one more preseason game, which is going to be tomorrow night at home before the regular season is going to be underway. I was able to tune in and check out what happened earlier in the week. We'll talk about that. In addition to that, there's been a bunch of NBA news. There was big WNBA news last night. There's a football game going on tonight. There's some big college football games that are going to be going on this weekend. And I have watched a ton of stuff since we have last spoken, including going to a movie theater. I'll tell you all about it on the other side. Let's do it. Turn it up. Everybody's having a good day. All right, ton of stuff to get to. I have been gone for a couple of days. Big props to Roser and Devin and Bennett for filling in and doing the show since I've been gone. I've got a lot of catching up to do with what is taking place around here. Before I get to anything, I welcome John Roser to the show. John Roser, a.k.a. the Cologne Ranger, the Body Spray Bandits in your sack. Johnny Backpole, Johnny Bearcat, John Asparagus, Johnny Nick Harp, John Lance. He's Yogi Roser.
What up?
Hello, John.
Welcome back, buddy.
I'm glad to be here. Devin Walker's here. He is the microphone mangler, Senor Quasadilla, Mr. Math, Navajo Joe, the reporter, the photographer. He's Sir His. He's Walker 93.
Yeah, welcome back, bro. We've been chilling, bro.
It's good to be back. So my kids were on fall break, and so last weekend, before there's the biggest college football game weekend of the year. Wanted to make sure I was wherever I was going to be by Saturday. So on last Friday night, I did not talk about this on the show because I did not know the way this was all going to play out. You may have seen there were some massive hurricane scares that were going on in Florida. We had a trip planned for a very long time to go down to Florida. Now, we were not going to be going down to Tampa or any of the areas that were going to be greatly affected, but we did have an Orlando trip that was scheduled. So I had gotten hit up. This is one of the, look, we have complained in the past about getting bamboozled, as it were, by Instagram things in the past. But as time has gone on, it has gotten better and better. I got one of those Instagram ads, and it was like, is this the best new resort in Florida? And I was like, it kind of looks like it.
Yeah.
And it was called Evermore. So basically they built this place. It used to be called Grand Cypress. And there's this place outside of where all the theme parks are. And they built, I think they said $1.5 billion resort. And what they did is in the middle of the resort, they built basically the biggest pool you have ever seen in your life. I mean, you could look the place up. It's called Evermore. And it looks like the ocean. And then they have like, beach on the side of it. Not like a lot of beach, some sand. And then they have this massive pool as far as you can see. And on one side, they have like big slides and they have rope swings and they have like high dives you can jump off of and whatever. And then on one side, they have like kayaks and boats and paddle boards and stuff you can do. And then there's just like regular like swimming areas or whatever. And so anyways, we went with another family and split one of they have these things called 4-bedroom flats that are kind of like on the beach, as it were. And we wanted to get something with size because if you get one of those flats, then it's got like a sectional in the living room and then it's got a massive TV on the wall. We knew we were going because when we had planned this, we didn't know what the college football schedule was going to be like. We're like, oh my God, there's going to be games on the whole day. The group we went with, he's a Tennessee grad. So Tennessee, Florida was going to be going on. So this could have gone way wrong for me, as you guys know, with the way Tennessee, Florida. Yeah. That got very, very stressful. In fact, at one point during the Tennessee, Florida game, I was in the living room alone.
Oh, they had just left.
They abandoned you?
So I can't watch it anymore.
You sent us a photo of them like literally like eye contact with the television.
And then and so I'm like in the living room and the game's going on. This is after, Florida has gone down and scored and this thing's going to go to overtime, whatever. And I go in and they are both standing, father and son, both standing in front of a small TV in the bedroom. They are not even watching. I don't know if it was superstition. I don't know if it was what, but they were both. And so they were all stressed out. And then all's well that ends well for them. But it did turn out to be a great college football day. I'll tell you, look, we've been to a lot of places in Florida. We obviously, with the kids, we've gone down. We've done the Disney stuff. This time they wanted to do, their favorite's been Universal. I mean, they're kind of that age where the roller coasters and that kind of stuff is much more fun than the most amount of rides is more fun than like the character stuff and the food stuff and all the the shows and all that kind of stuff. So they wanted to do Universal again. So we did do that for one of the days where we went down there. But this resort is great because you could just kind of, once you get there, you're on campus. They've got 2 different golf courses. They've got this massive pool and the layout is super cool. So Instagram steered me right on that one.
Yeah,
they did.
I'm glad they didn't screw you because that could have been real ugly.
No,
bro.
it could have been.
You could have
it
subscribed. It could have been like freaking the Fire Fest.
It could have been bad. It could have been bad. And it just opened this year.
Yeah. Okay.
So, now I will say this on the Universal front, real quickly. When you go there, they have this whole other side outside of the parks called Universal City Walk, and they have it's all manner of stores and movie theaters and mini golf courses and just everything, right? Anything you can imagine. Well, they have the Universal Studios store, and then they have this Universal Studios, upcoming type, it's a whole storefront, and you walk in, and the whole thing is this massive, I can't even describe how big this is. Huge store, and it's all promoting what's coming in 2025, which is next year. Mm-hmm. And if you walk to the middle, they have this massive layout of what the new park. They are building a new theme park next to, or I guess a little adjacent to the other ones, and it has 4 new worlds. So there's the dark universe, which I guess is scary type stuff. I don't know. There's How to Train Your Dragon thing, that world. There is another Harry Potter world because they're big on the Harry Potter stuff. And then there is Super Mario World. And they have it all laid out. Yeah. Oh, dude. It looks unbelievable. It says it opens in 2025, but they've got a model of it in the middle of this store that you go into. So I saw what it looked like. I cannot imagine how many people are going to be at this thing next year.
Please tell me there's a Mario Kart station somewhere.
Dude, there's Mario Kart. There's a Donkey Kong ride. There's all, it looks absolutely awesome. And so you walk in this store and they've got like all this stuff. They got like, Mario plushies and Luigi plushies, and they've got like Bowser heads that you can buy and all kinds of stuff. It is awesome. And I'm like, oh, Super Mario World is going to be the coolest thing ever.
That sounds pretty
So
cool.
anyways,
Yeah,
the trip was great. The place was great. Universal was fun. I did watch some stuff. I'll get to that. Well, I'll just tell you right now. Do you guys like Starting Five?
Yes, bro.
I'm through 3
What's wrong with you?
episodes. I got through 3 episodes last Friday. I haven't watched anything
I
else.
love
of
it.
I probably will tonight because the NFL games.
That's what I got too as well.
I personally love it.
I got through the first. I got the Anthony Edwards stuff is amazing.
Anthony Edwards stuff is
I'm
great.
8 episodes in.
You're 8?
Yeah.
Do they get better?
I heard
They're all great.
I've heard they get
They're
better.
not all.
Anthony Edwards arguing with his barber is downright the most hilarious thing in the world to me.
That was in episode 2.
Yeah, and I'm just saying, like, I'm just
Yeah.
referencing
Yeah.
some of this. That
No, that
happened.
was
But
funny.
It was funny.
I enjoyed all
sure.
of it.
I didn't know Sabonis was married to a Laker girl. Like that, I found that. I had no idea of that.
Do you know what? She thinks he's great.
She does. She thinks
I mean,
he's great.
that's everybody's wife should think their husband's great. I feel like
But he does everything perfect.
yeah.
He's the
Yeah.
greatest husband, the greatest basketball
Yeah.
player, and the greatest man to ever walk the earth.
We'll see.
I think
so
y'all
far,
just-
I'm interested in Ant. The rest
Y'all
of
asleep,
it,
bro.
When they introduced Ant,
Nobody
at the
is talking
end of
about
episode
it.
1, nobody's
What do you
talking
want
about
them
it.
to, what do you want them to
At the
say?
beginning
It's a thud.
of-
Look, I am a massive golf fan, as you know,
Season 2 of Full Swing is not.
and I just didn't even talk about it because it was just meh.
Yeah, the first season was great. The second season was not.
I watched 2 and 3. I watched those, and Anthony Edwards actually got me coming back.
You know that thing you mentioned about Jimmy Butler's dad? You know his dad died, right?
Yeah, right. Later in the
Yeah, that's why he's like, my dad taught me how to play dominoes, so that's why like dominoes is so important to me. Like the stories of the tie-ins of the stories are the part that I like the most. Because like the Deuce with Jato Rosa, Juice and Jason Tatum, like Jason Tatum, then his dad wasn't like there for him, so he's like, that's why Deuce is always there.
right.
I was like, okay, that makes sense. Like,
They
it's
show
not just-
his dad in the first episode, right?
Yeah, but then his mom was like, it was pretty much me and Jason.
So they just put him in the episode.
Yeah, but he said his dad's the one that pushed him like to hoop, but like he was like, but no, it was just his mom was like, it was just me and Jason most of the time.
Yeah, because she does talk about how she didn't have much money and paid Drew Hanlon and blah,
she
blah,
was like,
blah.
we didn't have
Yeah,
money
right.
to do so.
Right.
I enjoyed it more than
I'll
y'all.
tell you this. He was good enough to go hoop at Chaminade because I grew up. My parents could never. My parents couldn't afford Chaminade.
I mean, when you can hoop,
I'm saying,
you know,
he went to a way nicer high school than I did. We're both from the same town.
We know a lot of kids in inner Memphis that go to Briarcrest.
For
like, come on,
sure.
like, what are you? Like, come on now. Like,
I'm just saying this wasn't an against all odds. He pulled this off. I mean, he was obviously great by the time he was 12.
But yeah, he was good. Like,
Right?
like I said, like just a lot of inner city kids in Memphis. They might not have a good background, but they good at hooping. So
sure,
somebody fits the bill for them to go to Briarcrest.
Right.
So Jason Tatum can probably tell the same story. So I'm not
because he went to who's the hockey player? He went to school.
Oh, the one that won
Matthew Tkachuk.
Yeah,
Tkachuk.
one that won the Stanley Cup.
And there's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
pictures of them together in school. Yeah.
Yeah, but I enjoyed
David
it,
Lee
though.
went there as well. I think Brad Beal
yeah.
went there. I mean, there's a bunch of guys that
Yeah,
went there,
so,
right?
yeah.
It turned into a basketball school for sure.
I enjoyed
Very
it.
small school.
I enjoyed it more than y'all.
Watch
did,
this. What you didn't
Well,
know?
I'm just 3 episodes in.
Yeah,
what about Chris Carrawell?
No.
Oh, he
He was city school. He was Cardinal Ritter.
What is a?
That was good. That was
Yeah,
a
you
good,
did
that was a
not
good try to
have.
get.
By the way, do y'all enjoy the part where Anthony Edwards has another kid on the way? Do you think they could put that part in the documentary?
I doubt it.
What I did like about
I did like when he wouldn't stop playing video games for them to eat Thanksgiving dinner.
I thought the other thing with the Ant stuff,
That
which
man
I
wild.
thought was so true, and just of a young player. One, he has no pregame routine. He's like, the game's at 7, I'll be ready. Like, whereas all the veteran guys,
Yes.
LeBron, like they've been in the league a long time.
I bet he learned the
You
Team
gotta
USA stuff.
Yeah, you got to have a routine. I thought the other thing too was when the start of that second episode, it's him and his boys sitting there at like a kitchen counter, and they're just freestyle rapping, and there's a ring light also on the table. I'm like, 100% they film videos, rapping, saying outlandish stuff, and decide whether or not they're going to post any of it.
Yeah.
Shout out
Absolutely
Ant,
do
man.
that.
Ant's great.
Yeah,
But
no.
Ant-
I wish the whole I wish the whole show was just Ant. He is.
It should just be called Ant.
It should be called Ant.
Oh, y'all don't want that. Y'all don't want that. Y'all don't want that.
I would.
Yeah,
Y'all
I
don't want
would.
that.
Yeah, I love real.
Yeah.
That's what I love. It's the same reason. Which of the player podcast is the best? There's a million player podcasts.
Teague is the best.
Why?
By far the best.
Because he can talk freely.
He's just real.
He just talks like real.
Yes, he talks. And he tells all the stories, and he also doesn't have any, even if they embarrass him. There's a lot of, like, he's, you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't take himself seriously about how he doesn't feel, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The ring that he won, and about, like, messing with LeBron, and about guys cooking him and whatever. You know, he's real.
Yeah.
He's funny. Like the one that I saw recently.
That's the impression I get with Ant. He's not acting.
The one that I saw recently with T, I think I saw an Instagram reel of it.
Yeah, right.
Was him talking. He's like, Kelvin Sampson was recruiting him to Indiana, and he's like, I want you. I'm getting Eric Gordon. I'm getting Derrick Rose, and I want you too. And he's like, I'm going to Wake Forest then, because I'm not getting on the court playing with those guys.
The other things. So, anyways, I didn't watch. I didn't update on that. I watched a little bit of the Menendez thing, that documentary, just not the fictional one. I watched a little bit of that. When I was like walking through, at one point, the people I was with, one of them was watching The Penguin, which looked cool.
Okay.
The Penguin?
I watched all 4 episodes last night.
Is it awesome?
The first 4
I've heard it's
episodes.
awesome.
It is awesome.
Okay.
It is. And if you look at Rotten Tomatoes, 94 from the critics, 91 from the audience.
Yeah, okay, so it looks awesome. I'm going to tell you this. One of the nights I was going to bed, and the boys, my son and his buddy, they like were in the living room watching a movie, and I never saw the one that came out a couple of years ago, The Batman.
Yeah. That's what this is based on.
With
It's a
Robert
spinoff of it.
Pattinson?
Yeah.
Man, I just walked by and it looked awesome.
It is good.
And it was like it looked way more gritty than any other of the Batman.
You got an 85 on Rotten.
Yeah.
Super dark. So like the Penguin.
It's like a crime show, huh?
Yeah, so Colin Farrell plays the Penguin in the Batman.
Okay.
And the HBO show is a spinoff of it on his rise
to
power in Gotham. And Paul Dano, who plays the Riddler in the Batman, he's mentioned in this too. Where he's mentioned as kind of like a domestic terrorist.
All right, two things real quick before I get done with the pop culture stuff. First thing is I went to look at Rotten Tomatoes a couple of different times, not only to download stuff that I was going to be watching on the trip, but also in case we were going to go to the movie theater. And we did go to the movie theater one of the nights. We went and we saw. You know, I talked about it wanting to see this because we go to all the kids' movies, and so it was the preview in a lot of the kids' movies over the course of the past year. I went and saw the Pharrell movie, Piece by Piece.
Me and my homie was talking about that last night.
The Lego movie?
Was it good?
So it's not like funny, it is. Imagine you are watching a documentary about Pharrell and his whole life and his whole career, and it's just acted out with Legos. So it's not like funny. It's not like a movie. It's not like fictional. It's like watching a documentary but the whole thing is done with Legos. Yeah. Oh, I loved it.
I sound like I need to be
I loved
take a little edible to do that.
It was super cool.
Yeah.
Like super cool to watch a documentary like that. Because I love documentaries. Yeah. And it was like his whole life, like growing up where he did, how he got into music, how, the trial and error, failing, and then he does the stuff with how he kind of became famous, originally with a song. It was actually with Noriega, was the first thing that I kind of put him on, and then kind of working as a producer, trying to get on as like an artist, but nobody wants him as an artist, so he has to get on as a producer. Then working with Pusha T and Clips, and that Virginia Beach. How about this? I'm not going to ruin the movie. Virginia Beach, he's talking about like they show like the high school, whatever. Kids are all Legos, right?
Yeah, right.
Bro, his high school, it's Pusha T, right? His buddy that was in Nerd with him, Timbaland, Missy Elliott.
Holy crap.
They're all in high school together. I'm like, what is going on?
Some crazy talent.
I'm like, they're all
crazy talent in a high school.
They keep saying something in the water in Virginia. It's cool. It's certainly worth watching. And as I was going through, Roser, I wrote it down because you're going to love this. We've joked about Rotten Tomatoes so many times on this show. I have found, I think, the greatest disparity in Rotten Tomatoes history.
Okay.
18%. When I tell you what this is, you are going to laugh so hard. It just popped up when I was looking for Piece by Piece because it's like movies out or whatever. It said 18% from the critics, 98% from the audience.
Yeah, because people ain't look.
No,
bro.
not that.
Not that. A different movie.
No. Yeah, piece by piece.
Okay.
Everybody loves it.
Okay.
Reagan.
The Ronald Reagan movie.
18.
Yeah, I can see that.
18% from the critics. 98%.
Yeah. Surprising thing ever. Oh yeah.
I was like, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
Of course, the critics are like, this is not realistic. Ronald Reagan's a dirtbag, and then
people are like, oh, I love this movie.
Yes.
It's a great movie.
Oh yeah.
So funny, dude.
Oh, and
18% and 98%?
Yeah.
There's never been a greater golf in a movie. I can't imagine. There's no way. I defy anyone to find that. So, anyways, all right. Let's get into all the sports stuff. All right. Let me go back in time. I was able to watch the Grizzlies and the Pacers. That was great.
Yeah.
I was able to watch that.
Zach Edey dominating the league. One big man at a time, Verno.
Zach Edey, and I got to tell you, as excited I was for Zach Edey, when Yuki threw the no-look to HOF and HOF finished the reverse. No,
Oh,
my
no-look
God.
Yeah,
the reverse.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
When I tell you I went ballistic, Yuki mania.
Yuki mania.
Okay.
They call it dropping yin, by the way.
Oh, is that right?
Dropping yin.
Is that what they do?
Dropping dimes, dropping yin.
Okay,
You know what I'm
so
saying?
I guess, look, on the Zach Edey front, that was by far the most excited we could have possibly gotten about something. I saw you guys in the clips from the show afterwards when you guys were watching the highlights and everything. It's twofold. Number one, amazing to see him contribute like that and be that good and be dominant, like downright dominant in his time on the court. The second thing is, and I don't know how much you guys discuss this, is the wonder as we're watching that, because I know you even said, like, the whole idea is, and I know Tony, repeated it, like, throw him the ball.
Yeah.
Like, it's the wonder going into the year, especially when it's like, what, at best, he's fourth option.
Yeah.
Right? Marcus Smart, if you're talking about the starting
Right.
lineup, is fifth. So he's best fourth option. How many times do people actually throw him the ball? Like, I think I was listening to the Over-Unders podcast that Simmons and Rosillo and House did. And what was his stat on there that, like,
The post-ups.
The post-ups.
it was like 8
A game.
is
that
the most,
Jokic
and
averages,
that's
it's
Jokic,
8.
and the whole offense runs through him.
Yeah.
The whole offense runs through him.
And
So
how-
that post-up is not necessarily a post-up to score. That's a
Facilitate.
Yeah, I mean,
started.
that's-
Get the offense going.
he's their point guard,
Yeah.
for better or worse.
Get motion, all that kind of stuff, yeah.
It's like how many, and then there's like a huge drop off to second in terms of post ups, and it's like Embiid or somebody, right? And I was like, how many times are they going to like throw him the ball?
So
when he's down there, I
know,
don't know.
But we also said one of the things too. He came off the bench in that Pacers game.
But is that a preseason thing?
Or is it maybe at some point he ends up coming off the bench and the bench runs through him?
Runs through him. Run the bench offense.
They
through
run the
Edey.
bench offense.
Or
through
you
him.
stagger his
Because
minutes.
there's no way your backup center can handle that.
Or you stagger his minutes where he is playing out there with the bench guys. Like you'll start him, play like 3 or 4 minutes, and then go sit down. Then when the bench comes in, Edey, come on, let's go.
And so he's more offense when he's in that position.
Then he closes
because
game
the
twos, too.
offense is going to be, and maybe you get a little more Jaren Brandon,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Jaren
Playing
Santi.
together on the front.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like then he closes games out too, probably. Like you'll stagger his minutes so he can close games out if matchups.
It's a huge question that we just do not know the way it's going to play out, right? Going forward, obviously, and it would have been nice to have Jaren, in this preseason.
Yeah.
Though we are unconcerned about his availability going forward and his availability for next week. I have seen nothing to dissuade me from thinking that he's available for opening night.
Jaren posted today this morning said soon,
right?
And they said, I think it was DeMichael Cole put out yesterday, said as of now, Ja and Jaren, I highly doubt it, but said they have not even been ruled out of tomorrow night.
Oh.
They're not playing. What's wrong
I
with
wouldn't
you?
think so either. But I'm just saying, that I think was more of to say, hey, they're fine.
Bubble
They're both
wrap this
fine.
whole team because the Luke Kennard thing. I'm like,
Yeah. So what happened with him?
I have no
pass
idea.
out, bro. What is happening?
I have no idea. I have no
It's like
idea.
every time we play basketball, somebody gets hurt.
Yeah.
So what happened with Kennard? Nobody
foot was
knows.
Sore after the game.
Yeah,
and
probably sore after the game.
Might miss some time. Whatever some time is. I don't.
Which he didn't even like move that much, but whatever.
Yeah,
You do have to wonder, right? That is one of the things I will say that you glean from what went on in that show that we were just talking about. Because, look, I'm not trying to kill the show. There are some interesting things from Starting Five. One of which I deeply appreciate and I wish they would do more of, is going in depth on the preparation of these players and like their food and their diet and whatever. But this idea that LeBron James, of course, he is a genetic freak of nature, right? There's no way around that.
Right.
There is an insane amount of attention to detail and work that goes in for him to be able to do what he does. And that's what that show showed in detail. Not great detail, but detail enough for let you to understand, bro, that day starts at 2:30 for him.
Yes.
And all that stretching and all that, all that extra stuff and the putting the money into the body and having his own personal trainer and all of this different stuff that kind of goes into him being able to perform at that level and train to play 82 games, especially at his advanced age and whatever else. And it does make me wonder, without question, you remember when they ran The Last Dance and there was a lot of hoopers that watched that and they were like, oh, wow. Or they showed like the Kobe Bryant stuff from the Dream Team stuff and they were like, oh, wow, right? And it makes you think about yourself differently. Like, what am I doing? What am I doing as compared to what these guys are doing? And that's why they always say the Olympic thing always has a profound effect on people because then they get to see how other great players treat their bodies, treat their practice, treat their, I remember a couple of years ago, God, I hate when I say that. It's not a couple. It's now a long-ass time ago.
Like
it all feels a couple of years ago. When I tell you the name, you're going to literally laugh. Ivan Rabb. That's not a couple.
That's not a couple.
That's
at least 8.
2017 was his rookie year.
At least 8.
That's gross. Okay.
Yeah.
Ivan Rabb was from California. And I did this interview with Ivan Rabb in Summer League his second year. No, Media Day, his second year. And I'm talking to Ivan Rabb, and I was talking about like what he did during the summer. And he said, I worked out over at this gym, and I worked out with Damian Lillard. And I was like, oh. You did? And I was like, well, what'd you learn from there? And he goes, what you learn is when you see a guy like that, you realize why a guy like that has had the success that he has had. That is not by accident. He is up at 5:30 every morning, and he is drenched, and he is getting a million shots, and there is not a shot on the court that he has not practiced 100 million times, right? And it was like, here's a young player in the league, and it was like he got invited, like, hey, come on, go over here and work out with Dame. And then he goes and he sees it, and he's like, oh, I don't work.
Yeah.
I don't work. Like, what I mean? The reason, and he said, and it opened his eyes to why guys are superstars. This is not by accident. The guys that are the best of the best, the ones that achieve that are like 10-time All-Stars, Hall of Famers, whatever. Like, there is a work that goes into it. They work harder than their peers.
Yep.
They all do.
Yeah.
They work harder than their peers. Sure, there are going to be one here, one there, one here, one there, that are just infinitely blessed, and they don't have to work that hard in order to become what they become. But other ones, like Damian Lillard has become what he has become because of the work.
Hard work, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He wasn't blessed.
Yeah.
In the same way. You go out there, he's little.
Yeah, he's
right?
tiny dude.
And
that's
so,
what I was talking about. Like Kemba Walker, I saw him when they came here playing.
Right.
I was like, Kemba is little, bro.
Little. That was super cool to see Kemba Walker behind the Charlotte bench.
He's little dude. Like how hard he had to work to beat Cardiac Kemba, bro.
Crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And you see, and obviously now there's all these videos of Jalen Brunson, his dad just running him into the ground when he's 12 years old, right? Like, it's like, okay, there's a reason for all of this has happened in many cases. And so anyways, going back to the point, you see how a lot of these guys prepare, and that's on a basketball level, but in the show, you kind of see the LeBron thing, and you see it with other players, and you see it even with Tatum and his trainer and all the stretches he's doing before the games, and they're talking about training and making sure that they can, and he has been insanely durable throughout his career, right? And it's like,
him and Jalen both.
some of the, but you do wonder, it's like, hey man, when you see all the injuries that take place, like, is everybody engaging in best practices, right? Or is that only a thing that some guys do, right?
How many games do you think Tatum has missed? And, bro, he really does play a lot. 80 games, 79. He missed 66, 64, 76, 74, 74.
I mean, there's one time he would have been ineligible for awards.
Yep.
In his career.
He plays.
17, 18.
Yeah. He plays.
Yeah, he plays.
He plays games. And so the thing is, it's like, is everybody engaging in best practices, right? And there's only so much a team can do, but there's so many of these guys that, and I get it, probably costs a lot of money to be able to do what those guys do. But, man, they stay, they stay in as healthy as they possibly can be, right? You're playing a sport where there's a bunch of big guys on a small court running as fast as you can and jumping all the time. It's like it's a hazard, right? Anything can happen. And then sometimes it's just like fluky stuff, right? Like you even remember last year. It's not like there's no amount of training Marcus Smart could have done to not break his finger in half.
The jaw
right? Like
ankle,
there is no, what is he going to do?
His hand got smacked
it is what it is.
The jaw ankle turn was fluky. The ball gets thrown into his ankle. He turns it like
crazy.
You can do as many stretches as you can.
It doesn't make any difference.
You can have a freak accident.
That's right. So there's all kinds of things that can happen, and so many of these freaky things have happened. I'm sure they're feeling that way with the Isaiah Hartenstein thing.
Yeah.
He's out he's gonna be out over a month and a half with that thing.
Yeah.
And they just got him.
Yeah.
And it's like, geez, man, before the season even starts.
Bar
the
for
good
bar,
news for
yeah, they are. Oklahoma City is doing everything they can to emulate us completely.
They really are.
In every way.
The good news
Bar
for
for
Oklahoma City is even without Hartenstein, they were still awesome last year.
Yeah, I know.
They seen Chet play the 5 and a lot, so whatever. But yeah, the Luke thing, I'm like, yeah, man. But I mean, for me, like, even if Luke doesn't, I mean, if he's all right, okay, but like, that opens the door.
But that's also three
Jalen
wings.
Wells.
But it is 3 wings.
Yeah, it's 3 wings.
Because no Vince. Look, Vince Williams, Gigi Jackson, and Luke Kennard are all playing regularly.
Yes.
When they are healthy.
Yes.
You can't have 3 down.
Yes.
To start the damn thing. Where are we at on Vince? Has anybody updated anything on him?
He's been working out more.
Okay.
Yeah. So he was on stream last night. I meant to.
Was it dealt with Vince?
I
Like
meant to ask him last night.
mid-November?
He was on stream last
Was
night.
it like early mid-November?
Yeah,
I think that was the
early mid
calculation.
Yeah, I expect
Gigi's more like December.
Yeah,
sometime.
December. I expect because he's still in that boot.
And then who knows on Luke, because this happened last year.
It did happen last year.
Happened last year with Luke,
was
right
out for
before the season was about to start.
Out for like 8 years.
So who are you saying it opens the door for?
Jalen.
Oh, Jalen Wells.
Like leads
Since
the,
Luke got
leads,
hurt,
he like leads the preseason rookie scoring. Like he been hooping.
Jalen has been good.
And he like I know we talk about you don't want to throw a rookie out there on like.
Oh, I don't mind
day one, but I think for him's confidence.
There's no question.
He's not gonna feel like a fish out of water.
He carries himself so much different than a 1-year college player.
Yeah, he's not gonna be a fish out of water out there.
No,
we didn't want Vince and Gigi to play last year. Like
That's
I
right.
expected them to be in South Haven with me all year, and
That's right.
they took advantage of their opportunity, and they looked like good rotation players. So
throw him out
maybe
there, man.
Jalen gets his opportunity. He's been good in the preseason. He was good the other night in that Pacers game, and it just totally got overshadowed by Edey and Yuki.
That's right. Feels like everything has been super positive though from the preseason, which is good, right? They end 3-1, and everything outside of Jaren, us not being able to see Jaren, Ja getting the ankle thing. Like, I mean, it's been uneven, but generally, I sense that people are much more excited about this than, and I think we felt this in the last preseason game. It'll be interesting to see what tomorrow night holds, but I do think that people, everyone I talk to is super, I think, hopeful, and I think positive.
Yeah.
And I do feel like it's kind of, I know that there are people within the organization that don't want it to be a us against the world, but it is that feeling of the rankings are too low, the predictions are too low, and you forgot.
Yeah.
And now it is remind you time.
You saw Dez yesterday, right?
Where like it's not. You didn't the winning 50-something games when these guys were 2 years younger than they are right now is not a fluke, and you still have those 3 guys, and they're all ranked low on the player rankings.
So Dez was asked about it yesterday.
He was.
I saw he was. DeMichael asked him about it.
He said that's jokes. He said just remember we're gonna remind some people. He said it's jokes. He's like he said I saw it. Yeah, I saw it. But
he sees everything.
Yeah, we're on our Jalen Milroe.
Yeah. We saw it, but just know we're going to remind some people. Hey, remind some folks. I cannot wait because I think people forgot. People really forgot how good.
Dev and I talked about this with the Edey game the other night, and the 2 things that we really took away from the Edey stuff Saturday and then Monday was, dude, that Saturday night, that's one-on-one against Vucevic, who is not a great defender, but that's a real NBA center who gets double-doubles. And Monday night, a lot of those, you look at those guys, that is one-on-one against Miles Turner. But these guys cannot guard him one-on-one. Like, you cannot, and it's like, you can't guard him one-on-one.
Yeah, it's
like,
just
that's going to be.
I hope they throw that rock down there, though, bro.
Can we, hey, look, I know. The Chicago thing was ugly.
Oh, I was at a.
That was ugly.
I was.
They made a comeback.
You guys didn't. Okay.
We came back and won the game.
Came back and won the game.
No. After everybody was done playing.
Yes.
Zach LaVine could have.
Once they took Zach
LaVine could have scored 100 points. He could have broken Wilt's record.
He could have.
Yes, he could.
Why is he? Why does he do
thought
that?
So. I was like, why is he in the game?
He's mad too.
We cannot stop him.
He's mad,
Dude,
bro. You could tell he's on a get back tour.
We can't stop him.
No, we cannot stop
that guy's had so many unbelievable games against us.
He's insane. He kills
we have nobody that can stop. He was setting records.
I got you.
What did he end up with? 24?
I don't know. I'm looking at.
I don't know if he missed a shot. I was like, this is crazy.
His averages against certain teams right now. Give me a second.
He went bonkers.
Yeah, he a bucket. I think people forget how cold he is, but
he's for sure going to be a Laker.
Oh, yeah, you know it's coming.
No way around it.
He averages 22 a game against us.
Oh, that's not as many as I thought.
Yeah, but it's 52. It's 52 and a half from the field and 46 from 3 and 82 at the free throw line.
He doesn't miss. It's just a matter of how many times he shoots it.
Well, and you got to remember some of these games that he played were his early years in Minnesota when he was not. Not as good. Yeah.
Chicago LaVine has been an issue.
Chicago LaVine.
Yeah, he's a problem.
Yeah, ball is like Chicago LaVine was a problem.
People forget.
People forget how cold Zach LaVine was.
We don't.
Sure.
No,
we know every time we play.
Every time we play, the guy had 24 points in like 2 seconds.
Yeah. So but the Indiana one though for sure though, bro. Like,
Indiana was better.
Like he played against like Miles Turner, who led the league in blocks twice. He's led the NBA in blocks 2 times. And he was making him look like baby Gerber food.
Well, and then, obviously I was getting ready because you get settled in last night, and I'm like, all right, I got to plan out these next couple of weeks. And, bro, it starts off fast and furious because obviously the game at Utah is never easy. It's their home opener, right?
Yep.
And then Houston, who people are very high on and are certainly got tons of depth, okay? And then home games Saturday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday.
You excited for the Zion?
I mean,
Williams?
that's going to be that's 6 games in the first 7 days or something of the season.
Yeah, baby.
Is that 6 and 8?
That is 1, 2. Yeah,
that's
it is
6 and 8.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We start the season with 6 games in 8 days.
At least 4 of them are at home.
At least 4 at the crib.
At least 4 at home.
Please don't do the rest management.
Sleep in your own
at the
bed.
beginning of the year.
I mean, it's already crazy because you got like the Friday at Houston, then you play at home back to back.
Against Orlando.
You know what I'm saying? Against Orlando. I think that's weird.
Dude, this
Like,
start. These first 3 games are not easy. I know Utah.
We need the depth.
Yes, I'm saying. Like, we need
get healthy.
Let us sleep.
Like, I know Utah is not going to be good. Dude, opening night in Salt Lake City is not easy.
I know.
Like, that's not going to be easy.
It feels like Colin Sexton banging his chest.
Keontae George hit 6 threes. It's like, what?
Whoa.
It's not going to be. We're just saying, we've been through the Utah thing before.
The Utah thing is.
We need them
like,
to stink.
I think it's different now, bro.
Utah started out each of the last 2 seasons.
It has to be
different now.
It has to be different.
I need the optimism from y'all, bro.
But 6 and 8 is crazy.
6 and 8 is crazy. But at least one of those.
Is Zaire here? Is it Halloween? Is that the Halloween game?
Milwaukee's the Halloween game.
Milwaukee's
Zaire is the
Halloween
30th.
game.
That's a back-to-back. Are you excited for the Zaire Williams tribute video on the 30th?
It's 10 seconds long.
See, bro. I don't
Is
even
it
know.
Is it a video of the guy getting the autographed Zaire ball last year?
I should not have asked y'all this question. I asked the wrong people this question.
No. Is it a 10-second video of him drinking a gallon of water?
What if we like put a bird on the jumbotron?
Huh?
You know, you said he's a caged bird.
Oh yeah, he said he was a caged bird.
Yeah.
Let him free.
Come on.
They're gonna let him free.
Why y'all do that to that man, bro?
Do you think Cam Thomas knows his name?
Yes, bro.
For sure not.
Yes, bro. Y'all forget how cool Zaire is. Zaire, good, cool
Zaire
dude,
is
man.
cool.
I got it, but I'm saying Cam Thomas doesn't care who's on his team.
I
mean, he
can't
does
hate
say
on-
ain't shit funny.
I can't hate on
Get
him.
ready.
ain't
Get
shit
ready
funny.
for 40 FGAs. Mikhail's gone.
Oh yeah, Cam Thomas about to. Yeah. Jordy Fernandez not gonna like him.
There's gonna be a lot of this going on.
Yeah, not gonna like him.
bro, swing the ball.
All right. Hey, we got to talk about last night. You were at the Memphis Sports Hall of Fame inductions.
It was dope, man.
So where was that?
At the convention center.
Memphis Convention Center.
Yeah, it's convention center. I haven't been there since they redid it. It's nice in that joint.
It
bro.
is?
Yeah, it's nice in there.
Oh, I haven't been.
It was cool. Tony Zebo were there because Zebo got inducted. Andre Turner got inducted. Penny was there.
Jarvis.
So I'm gonna get to the Jarvis one
Jarvo.
last because his was one, bro, that hit me a little bit.
Jarvis.
Yes, because as a kid,
Yeah.
I always used to rush to the TV with my dad to watch Friday Night Fever at 9:45 on the news.
Yep.
And I used to see him on the news as a kid all the time. And then when I got into this industry, I was like, yo, that's the dude I used to see on the TV all the time.
Yeah.
That's Jarvis Greer. And to see that dude on that stage yesterday, bro, he was like electric. Like electric Jarvis was on the stage.
He always is.
Like, bro, he was like making jokes. I was like, this is the Jarvis Greer I used to watch as a kid. And his last quote, it's like he said, "I'm a kid from Memphis. He said I've been here I've worked in sports for 43 years. He said I'm Memphis born, Memphis bred, and when I die, I'll be Memphis dead." And dropped the mic and walked away.
Oh, that's
and I said,
awesome,
bro. This is why
That's
This is why you get in this industry. Like I want to be. I want when I get to your age, Jarvis's age, I want people to look at me the way people look at Jarvis.
Yep.
So like it made me kind of like I was sitting next to Pugs and I was like
inspired.
I was like, damn, man. 43 years?
Amazing.
Yeah.
43 years. So yeah, Jarvo, shout out to you, man. But no, it was super dope. Like even you, like I used to listen to y'all when I was a youngin', but I was like, man, Jarvo is a legend. So yeah, it was cool. But Zebo and Tony were there. Tony, our boy Tony is hilarious, bro. I thought he was gonna do the speech. Lionel did the speech for Zebo. Who else? You know who Regina Street is?
Mm-hmm.
Familiar with her?
Yep.
She got inducted. That's the last person I remember. But it was cool though. It was dope. Dope ceremony. Dope ceremony.
Who puts it on?
The Memphis Travel.
I know it's Convention and Visitors Bureau?
Yeah.
That's what it is. Okay, because I saw Kevin Kane on the stage.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know how many people are already in that Sports Hall of Fame, by the way?
How many?
I wrote it down. Hold on. Let me go to my notes.
The Memphis
74.
There's 74 people in the Memphis Sports Hall of Fame?
It's been around for 3 years.
Wow.
That's a lot of people.
We're like the Basketball Hall of Fame. We just letting
We're
everybody
letting everybody in.
Everybody getting in.
Is that right?
Yeah.
We got everybody in there.
How are you not in there?
Yeah, get Verno in there.
Oh, stop.
Get Verno in the Memphis Sports Hall of Fame.
Get you in the Hall.
Yeah, actually,
That is
no,
ridiculous.
no.
Okay, never mind.
I do not want to be. No.
Okay, we need you to get you
That's
in.
like something that happens when you're old or dead. I know they did it with Zach, but come on.
I know. We need this because I know how uncomfortable it would make you.
Oh,
to
it would be
get up there and
hilarious.
accept- I know how uncomfortable you would be.
I am a Hall of Famer.
You would be so
I
uncomfortable.
would hate that.
Because you know they play,
I would hate that.
You know
I
they
would
play a video package,
turn it
right?
down.
The video package would be hilarious because they
No,
would have like
it
old
wouldn't.
photos of you and shit like that.
I don't want that.
We get Rosie to do the intro.
Yeah.
They look. I will
But no, it was
say,
dope.
they need to put it somewhere
That's what I'm saying.
so
Where
that
do-
people could
where
go
do people
see it.
find
I
out?
think it should be in the. I think it should be in the fall.
Yeah.
all
maybe I could
75 people.
Bro, it's just a picture, right? You know what I'm saying? But like, the same way that they do with in other places where somebody could walk through and they could see it.
Yeah.
Right? People that come into town or whatever and say like, hey, here were important people in the sports genre in this city. Here's people that have made this city what it has been sports-wise, and so they could have that, right? Like whether it was in the Forum or somewhere, right? Yeah. And again, it doesn't have to be some kind of like big. It's not some kind of. I'm not talking about like a Hall of Fame that you walk through. I'm talking about
like a small,
room,
like a little piece,
like something that shows like, hey, here are the people that are a part of this, right? I'm not talking about like plaques and monuments and stuff. I'm talking about like, hey, here are the people, because I don't think people know.
No, people don't know. Like, my bad, I forgot to say his name. Reggie White got inducted because his wife did his.
Right. His wife was here?
No,
Reggie White?
She did a video. They played a video. She was wearing a Reggie White jersey. Bobby Bingo Smith, a name I had heard before, but I didn't realize how big he was. Dick Fagan, was not familiar with his work, but learned about it yesterday.
Yeah.
No, it was like, I think it's
cool.
Robert Newman, who's like a big in the high school world, he got inducted. He gave a really good old head speech. But we should find a little corner of the Forum to put all these names, because we've had so many like great people come through here, bro.
For sure.
Like find a way to, somebody said put them on the light poles around the concourse. But that's a lot, though.
Yeah, that's a lot. I just find a room. Just find just a hall, or just even on a hallway.
Yeah, just all
you know
the
what I'm
names.
saying?
Just all
just
the
on
pictures.
a hall, just a part of a hallway.
Yeah.
That's got the pictures of the people that have been inducted into that thing, right?
Yeah.
I think it would
That'd
be
be
good
cool.
for right. Convention and Visitors Bureau can put it together, whatever,
and we'll call it the
Hall of Champions. Hall of
the Chris Vernon Memphis Sports Hall of Fame hallway.
Put your name on it.
Yeah.
But hey, no, how long is, because Jarvo said 43 years. Mm-hmm. He's been like around that long.
Yeah. Christian Brothers High School, stand up, Jarvo.
And he also worked underneath Jack Eaton.
That's what he said. That's his mentor. Yeah, he mentioned that a lot.
So when I first moved to Memphis, and look, make no mistake about it, Jarvo is who he is as a broadcaster and a person because of Jack. I'm saying because that is the person he worked with on a daily basis. Mm-hmm. And the reason I say that is because that forever energy and that caring about people and that smile and that happy to be, like, you learn, that is a learned behavior. It just is. Some people, obviously, there are more people that are more, there are some people that are more gregarious, outgoing, etc., than others. And he was always going to have that. Mm-hmm. But in terms of the way you conduct yourself in that position, I've seen an awful lot of TV guys that have big egos. Yeah. And I'm saying, as someone who, I know this, and I see this in Jarvis because I worked with Jack, and that was the first guy I worked with when I came into sports radio, and he had a profound impact on me. There's not a week that goes by I do not think about. We were in the, I started out and I was like running the board, and I was doing, at that time, you did sports updates. So that was like my first gig. So it was like, and it's so crazy to think, I almost feel like I'm talking like I'm from like the 1950s sometimes, where it's like, this is all pre-internet, but it's like I was having to update news and scores. And that's what, like, every 15 minutes, it was like, here's what's happening. And the way you found out, that's the way you found out the news. If it weren't from the newspaper in the morning, throughout the day, the way you got updated with what's going on in sports was guys like me doing sports updates, updating every 15 minutes, right? Yeah. Otherwise, you wouldn't know. You had no way to know.
One no Twitter, one no Instagram.
There was no, that was the delivery of the news. The same way that you had no chance of knowing who won a high school football game unless you sat down and watched Jarvo at 9:45 on Friday night.
Yep.
Unless you got the paper Saturday, right? And so throughout the day, right, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. And then the internet did start to be able to, it was slow, and there would certainly be news, but that came on a little bit later, right? Like this is early 2000s, okay?
Yeah.
And so anyways, I remember we had this break room that was right outside the studio, and Jack Eaton and Jeff Weinberger were the two guys I was with. And obviously this had a profound impact because these are guys that just never took themselves seriously. Like they were putting on a show, and I always valued that a great deal. But I'll never forget, there's not a day that would go by. Not a day that would go by. And there would be like a screen there was like a TV in the break room. And the break room it wasn't even a break room. It was just like where there was a vending machine and there was a TV and there was like a little kitchen with a refrigerator, and it was right outside of where my studio was, right? And so that's where the guys would walk and grab like a drink of water or grab a soda or whatever in between breaks or whatever, and they would be up there and you would see like, you know, they're showing CNN and it would be like some war thing, it would be something going on, whatever, and Jack would come out there and he would stand there and he would look at the TV up there and he'd be like, "Kid," he's like, "never forget, it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. All of this. What we're doing in here, we get to come in here and we talk about sports every day. None of it matters. That kind of stuff, look at that stuff. That's the kind of stuff that matters. It's like this is fun. This is an escape." He's like, "Can you believe we get to do this? Can you believe it? Can you believe we get to come in here? We get to talk about Tennessee, Florida this weekend. We get to talk about whatever." And it gave me this immense sense of gratitude. It also drove me to want to get to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm like there every day. But I always appreciated the levity of like him coming from the perspective of, can you believe we get to do this? This is, right? Like, we all love sports and we're getting to talk about this stuff, and this is like a job that I'm getting to do every afternoon. And he felt the same way about sports, right? It's not that he didn't love the Tigers. He was a longtime voice of the Tigers, but he loved his idea. He was the guy that was on the news, right? He was like the local sportscaster on Channel 5. He's big Jack Eaton. And he had all these poems and he had all these things, whatever, right? And it was like every day it was ingrained in me, can you believe I get to do this, right? So I'm watching a guy who's been doing this for so many years, who everybody loves. And every day, whether it's him on television or whether it's him doing this radio show, he does this so enthusiastically. He does this so enthusiastically and getting to meet people and people looking up to him and whatever else. He like just can't believe that he's getting to do this. And then this energy that he brings all the time, and then you see Jarvis, and I hear Jarvis on the radio broadcast, and I would watch Jarvis on Channel 5, and there are so many times I would watch him and I go, dude, that is Jack.
Yeah.
That is Jack. The same way that he's excited to tell you about what's going on in sports, the same way he's excited to talk about what's going on, and that like love that he has of things, it's all genuine.
Yeah.
And it's partly I love this content, but it's also I love this job. And that came through, man, every single day.
Yeah.
And so to see him and hear you say that he talked about him last night, there's no question. You get very, very lucky sometimes with the people that you're around.
Yeah, I feel that way about y'all. Like, I tell people all the time, I'm like, bro, I'm like, yo, the things I sat, like, even if I didn't look like I was listening, just sitting watching you and Roser, like, watching the way y'all interact and listen to the shit y'all say, like, we do this for the people. Right. Yeah, we have fun. Yeah, we goof around. Yeah, we're in, like, kicking it. But we do this for everybody that's listening. We don't do this for us.
Right.
We don't do this for anybody. We do this for the people. So always do what you do. That's, like, something I always live by. Because you taught me this, Roser. Whatever you do it for the people.
Because here's the deal. I think one of the things that Roser knows, I put him through hell and back with some of these jobs, everything. But I always explain to him.
No, it's not really that. If I get one more Patrick Mahomes gift, like
if I have explained to him though 1,000 times, in the end, the ones that won't leave you. Yeah. Your job can change, your whatever can change, but your listeners and my listeners, that's why I've always been so indebted. I told them, right? The reason when I left that radio station and that happened, the reason and I will tell you, this is God's honest truth, every place in this city called me. Every place. By 5 p.m. All of them. Every one of them called me. What's your situation? How can we get you? Are you thinking about doing this? Are you thinking about doing this? And I'm talking about the Commercial Appeal called me. Their job, I could have saved it. Yeah. I could have saved the newspaper. Yeah. But no, I mean, it was because of the audience,
the
bro.
People, man. It's always about the people.
The audience,
man.
right? You will bring an audience.
Yeah.
End of story, right? Like, so as long as you've got that, that's who you're always doing it for, right? Is that you want, and so no matter where, because the outlets obviously have changed dramatically, right? For sure. And I mean, and honestly, I have been here by far the longest.
What, 7 years? 6 years?
This is
because I was here, I guess, yes, because I think I was at Sports 56 4 or 5. I think I was at 7:30 4 or 5. How long was I at 92.9? 4?
Yeah, about 4 or 5.
4 or
5 at 92.9.
Yeah, and I've been here.
8, 9?
Yeah, I've been here at least 8.
8 years, because I've been here 6.
I don't remember what year we went.
I think 16. I came here. Did you come here in 17?
I was 17.
Because I was July
16. Yeah, 16.
I was a year after that.
Yeah.
This is I've been here double as long.
Yeah.
Damn.
As I've been at the other places.
Damn.
But again, like, and I had a guy the other day. Do you know I had a guy stop me in the airport on the way. And he was like, man, I loved you on the radio. And I was like, that was 10 years ago.
I still get it, too.
Find me.
I still get it, too. I do. I still get it. I still get it.
Like, I understand the first 3 years I was gone from the radio.
They think you're still on the radio.
No, he used to love me.
Yeah, he don't love you anymore.
You didn't love me that much. I just felt like I don't exist.
You disappeared.
I just became too hard to find. You're too hard to find.
Everybody got YouTube, bro.
You're too hard to find. And then,
there are older people who just still, they only listen to radio. They're old, but...
To hell with them. I'm kidding. So, hey, look, I'm kidding.
Shout out to the Cupper community.
I did not tell you guys this, too. One other time. You guys, you're going to love this.
Uh-oh.
I forgot his name. He's going to be so...
Oh, no, you forgot his name.
It was in passing, so it's not fair. It's not fair. I took my daughter to the pool to go jump off these high dives.
Uh-huh. In Orlando?
Yes. I'm walking by. There's a guy laying on a beach chair. He pops up. Probably younger than me.
Yeah.
Black guy's got his family there with him. Pops up. He goes, Verno? And I said, yeah? And he says his names quickly. I'm so-and-so. I went to MUS. Whatever. And he's like, I live in Chicago now, though, but I listen to him all the time, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what? Crazy, right?
Right.
He's lived in Chicago for like 8 or 9 years. Jeez. He's on vacation down there with his family. Still keeps up with Memphis sports. Went to MUS. And he says, this is what he says to me. He goes, who were Brian Edwards' picks? And I said, he goes, I don't want to hurt your feelings, Verno. And I was like, what? He goes, my group text is called Fade Brian Edwards.
Oh, no.
Like, we bet against him every week. Damn. I was like, damn, dog. I'm just trying to have I'm just with my daughter trying to jump off a high dive.
Damn, Brian.
He busted his ass.
We got to let that, Brian.
Come
on, man.
At the pool in Orlando. This dude said to me his group text was fade Brian Edwards.
Fade Brian Edwards.
I say you're wild for that.
You
are wild.
You know what?
I don't know what his record is, but you're wild.
You know what Brian's favorite pick was last week?
Pitt. They won by 2.
They didn't cover.
It's all right, Brian. Keep your head up. Keep your head up, Brian. It's
y'all
okay,
are wrong.
Brian.
All y'all fade Brian Edwards homies. You guys are wrong for that.
I mean,
real wrong.
Look, man, you gotta get it how you live, man.
Huh?
They gotta get it how they live.
Okay,
Shut up, Brian.
Real
man.
quick before I go to this break, I forgot one thing that we got to talk about.
The Cowboys losing by 85.
Shut your ass up.
You sure?
I was so glad I was out of town.
Yeah, you're lucky.
A lot of people thought you were ducking that loss.
They were like, oh, he got COVID conveniently. Then he went on vacation
Yeah.
conveniently. Oh, all these things always happen at the most convenient time in the
ducking
world.
it.
Okay.
Do you want to speak on it?
I just explained where I was. Okay. So I have a totally legitimate excuse. Now, what I didn't appreciate beyond these kind of horrible accusations that are taking place, like I would duck, is that I sent you guys the rap song about the Cowboys.
Yes.
That goofs on it, and then Devin repurposes it everywhere possible, and I'm the one. I should have never sent that. I didn't know it was gonna get repurposed over and over again.
Should I sing it for you?
Huh?
Get it, Jerry. Get it,
that
Jerry.
dude is hilarious. A
Get
shaved
it,
Cowboys
Jerry.
fan is hilarious.
Yes.
Oh, look.
You know that Dak super ass. I ain't lying.
All right, I'm gonna tell you something. This is God's honest truth. Before we scheduled the Orlando trip for fall break, our full intention, the wives did not want to do it because they didn't think there was going to be as much to do.
Mm-hmm.
But my buddy, Shannon, and his son, who is my son's friend, were all big Cowboys fans. They're Cowboys fans too. Our intention was that we were going to go to Dallas for the game. And that was good. We were going to go to fall break in Dallas.
Wait, for this game?
Yes. We were going to go to fall break in Dallas.
Great decision by you.
I wish you had to watch that.
Look, go to Cowboys Lions and then do like Six Flags and then play a golf course down there and just do. We were going to do fall break, as it were, in Dallas. And we did not, because the wives were like, there's not as much to do in Dallas. Let's go somewhere where,
Yeah.
because they didn't really, their thing was, it's going to cost a fortune to go to the game. And the girls didn't really care about going, right? That was more, they were like, if you guys want to go to a Cowboys game, then go to a Cowboys game with the boys, right?
Yeah.
But we don't really care about it. And you're going to be spending a fortune on 3 more tickets for this thing. So let's just not do that. And then if you guys want to find a trip to go down to Dallas and you guys could take the boys to a game, then just do that. So we kind of got, honestly, the best overrule in the history of overrules.
Yeah, I wish you would have.
If I would have gone to that game.
I wish you would have had to sit through that. It would have been amazing. I would have been amazing.
Dude. I was watching it, and I texted you guys in the first quarter. And Roser, good friend, didn't he?
Oh, he was trying to be a good friend.
He's like, hey, a lot of game left. And I'm like, bro, we are about to get beat by 40.
Wait, what'd you say, Rose? You were like,
I said it's still early.
He's like, it's okay. Keep your
Bro,
head
when
up.
they ran the double reverse flea flicker
Hold
to
on.
Sam Laporta, I was like, okay, I'm done.
And then I had to tell you, we ran that exact same play with Kittle last year and scored a touchdown on it against you too.
yo, where is the Casamigas?
Yeah.
He said,
Where is it?
Do you think that game is more about the Lions are awesome or the Cowboys are not good? What do you? I'm so serious. What do you think?
Wait, where is it?
The Lions are decidedly not awesome.
I think the Lions are awesome.
They are not awesome. Go look at the rest of their games.
No.
They don't beat people 47-9.
That's crazy. Y'all always get your ass beat at home.
I think they were still mad about the friggin' offensive lineman penalty last
That's
year.
the very first offensive
I
play of the
know.
game. They ran that guy out wide, the offensive lineman.
Skinner.
By the way,
that's when you should have known. It's like, oh,
live look at Rosa being a good friend. Vernon said, we stink, gonna lose by 1,000. Rosa said, y'all have a bye after this, gotta regroup. I said, I agree, y'all stink. So I am not a supportive friend.
Not a supportive
I
friend.
am digging my heels in the Cowboys gravesite.
I can't talk trash because you know who you have after the bye.
Bro.
It's us on Sunday night.
I mean,
are you excited about it? Is it?
What,
Where's the guy?
excited?
Where's it at? Is it in Dallas?
No,
what is the
It's in San Francisco.
Oh, you might win then.
What is the opposite of excited? What is that? Dread?
Dread is probably it.
I don't want to watch them play football again. What are you talking about?
We have to play the
They're
Chiefs on
awful.
Sunday.
Dude, what did you see? They're terrible. We got one good player.
I enjoyed it.
You have CD Lamb.
That's it.
Yeah, and then your owner's
Mike is
trying to
coming
get people
back, though.
fired
Mike
on the
will
radio.
come back next week.
Cool.
Yeah.
How long does DeMarcus
Unfortunately,
out?
you have to have 11.
Is DeMarcus
Like,
Lawrence? Is he
do
still
we have
around?
11 Micah Parsons is coming back?
Is DeMarcus, but you're supposed to. Who's the corner? Bland's hurt.
Oh,
Is already-
DeMarcus Lawrence. Oh, I forgot about him. He's had like 1 sack in 2 years.
It's tough.
He's good.
Okay.
Roser, stop gassing him, bro.
What about Bland? Isn't he coming back next?
He's trying to talk us up
Yeah,
because
he can
Then,
fade.
yes.
Yeah, you're doing the.
Because in case they lose, it's like the worst thing ever.
Bro,
He's like, I told you they were good.
We play the Chiefs on Sunday.
Oh, I saw it. George Kittle's all excited. He's finally healthy. He made the excuse that the last time they played, he wasn't healthy.
Oh,
I don't know about that.
In the
He's
Super
doing
Bowl.
Yeah, I don't.
By the
That's
way,
what he said?
why is your owner trying to get radio hosts fired?
Huh?
Why is your owner trying to get radio hosts fired?
He's old and grumpy.
Yeah, right. Like,
What do you mean?
Like, you can't just like.
you ever been
That's
around an 80-year-old?
Yeah.
They're not happy
or a
people.
billionaire.
No, I don't hang around 80-year-olds. Or
Yeah.
Come on now. It's okay, bro.
Hi, do you think he really wanted to talk about how terrible he is at his job? I doubt it.
He got mad as.
I mean, in fairness, look, he's wrong and he said all the wrong things.
Yeah.
On a human level,
You feel.
you cancel that.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to cancel the
You
interview.
cancel the
Yeah.
interview,
I don't
yeah.
want to talk about that. I don't want
Yes.
to talk about my team this week.
Like, why do you not have good players? I mean, it's not an easy question to answer.
I mean, he did say he didn't want to pay Derrick Henry, and now Derrick Henry is like the best running back in the league.
Well, everybody's the best running back in the league against the Cowboys, though.
That's true.
Did you see that
David
stat?
Montgomery looked cold as hell against you.
So did Alvin Kamara. So did Jahmyr Gibbs. So everybody.
I did see y'all have given up
185.
Y'all have given up 119 points through 3 home games this season. Last year, y'all gave up only 127 points at home.
The whole season?
The whole season.
What they say? It was the second worst home loss ever. Ever. I think they said it was 44-0 against the 85 Bears.
Oh, God. That's how long ago it was?
Woo!
That's almost 40 years ago.
I love it.
So, wait, who have y'all played at home?
Just
Detroit,
stop.
New
Can we
Orleans,
stop
and
talking
who?
about
Yeah,
the
yeah. I
Cowboys?
mean, he
didn't
keeps
even-
asking questions.
He ambushed me.
Yeah, I did.
He ambushed me.
I've been waiting for you to come back to ask you
He
about the
ambushed
Cowboys.
me.
Yeah, I didn't.
I feel like Kamala Harris being mad at Brett Baer.
Yeah, hey, look. I've been waiting.
ambushed.
I've been waiting 3 days for this.
I've been ambushed.
I've been waiting 3 days for this.
Where's my PR team saying wrap it up? Wrap it up. Go to break. Wrap it up. Wrap it up.
I love the Cowboys.
Wrap it up.
getting
I'm not responsible. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. We'll be back after this.
What do you think about this matchup against the Pirates and the Bison?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind is who in the hell put Gus Johnson as the notable alumni selection when we got Kamala Harris right now that's more relevant? It's 28 people I would have named before I would have got the Gus
My
Johnson.
assumption is, Mike, Hampton will find a way to come up again. Get all of your HBCU sports and culture news by tuning in to HBCU Huddle with CJ Hurt and Mike Wallace. New episodes drop every Thursday on grindcitymedia.com, YouTube, and Spotify.
Congratulations to the Vanderbilt Commodores. They have actually hit the over on their win total for the season. Winning number 3. Their total was 2.5.
Hey, listen. If I had told you Vanderbilt was going to hit the over on their win total against Alabama, you guys would have kicked me off the show.
Crazy. Absolutely insane.
I tried to argue that they were going to be bowl eligible.
I said that was good, and they still might not be.
The Odds Couple, live at 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
We got to talk about the best wrestling that we watched all week. You're up.
I think Brunson Reed and Braun Strowman put on a 5-star match in 60 seconds. I've never seen it happen before. Brunson Reed chunks the fan at Braun. I'm like, where the hell did that dude come from?
I got a tweet saying it's a good thing they're not in Memphis, or else that would have been one of the Memphis wrestling guys getting hurled.
Exactly.
Tune in to Grind City Wrestling weekly on the Grind City Media app and on the Grind City Media YouTube channel.
Justin Timberlake.
I'm bringing sexy back.
The Forget Tomorrow World Tour. Live in Memphis. Justin Timberlake. FedEx Forum, Saturday, November 23rd. Get tickets now at livenation.com. The brand new single Selfish is available to stream and download now.
If I get jealous, I can't help it.
For more, hit up justintimberlake.com.
When it's all on the line, you turn to the strong, the stable, the unwavering. To those with a history of raising their performance, to meet the moment. It's true in basketball. It's true in banking. Grizzlies checking from Pinnacle. Play hard, bank easy. Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by August 31st. And you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
Is Ja Morant the player in the NBA with the most approved going into this season?
Ja Morant is one of the best players in the world. He's one of the best players in the world.
On the court, there is no question, barring injury, that what Ja Morant is.
Hey, Grizzlies fans, be sure to tune in to Grizzbeat, where the panel and I break down all things Grizzlies and take a look at the rest of the NBA as well. The show is live every Wednesday, 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
The Chiefs.
They're...
What? They covered for you, Bennett.
No, I know, but I'm saying, like, everyone always tries to write them off.
Whole team's hurt. They're 5-0.
Dude,
they got no running backs, no receivers.
They're going to win the Super Bowl.
And they're 5-0.
They're going to win the Super Bowl.
They won't win the Super Bowl with this roster. They will have to go do something.
Everyone get ready. They will win the Super Bowl.
They have to go get one. You can't do this.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Come pigeon with us, Roser. Roser, right here.
You get downward dog.
Yes,
Okay. You're gonna go leg up.
Cannot.
Okay. Leg under.
Oh!
Oh, yeah, my bad. I thought that's what you were doing.
You go back.
Yeah, but then you sit. Oh, you're flexible.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt, live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball. But the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board. A class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Welcome back to the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, back to your host, Chris
On one morning
Vernon.
bright and clear, my old folks and I drew near, just a village down in sunny Tennessee. I'd been speeding on that train that would bring me back again to that girl I left in sunny Tennessee.
All right, we're back. Chris Vernon Show. Oh, real quick, I do want to mention one of the things I had written down that I did not mention. I did see that Sabrina Ionescu shot last night. Holy mackerel!
Yeah,
what a shot to win, to go up 2-1. And I'll say this: I need to find out. My buddy Jacoby was texting me last night. He's all in on the Liberty.
He should be. They're the best team in the W.
No, I mean, he lives in New York, and he's like, they have really, like, people care.
Yeah.
He's like, people, like, really do care about this, right? And Sabrina is that girl, and obviously she did not have that great of a game, but, like, that's an all-timer.
Yeah.
I don't care what. It doesn't matter what sport you're, it doesn't matter what level you're you're playing, what league you're playing in, no matter that's an all-timer. Like, you could be watching a Pee-wee game and somebody hitting that shot to win a game, much less
in the championship
a finals game.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
And you see what she said after, right?
Oh, she about the second team.
It's the second team all WNBA shot right there because she didn't make first team all NBA. I respect Sabrina, man. I think she got probably, if you would have ranked signature shoes, a top 3 signature shoe in men's and women's. Top 3. Easy.
She does. She doesn't have I'm glad that she said what she said last night. She does not have a big personality.
Nah.
It's crazy because she could be like a huge face because the shoes are great. The shoes are great.
Top 2, top 3.
And she plays in such a huge market and whatever. She's just not that kind of, Clark's not either, right?
No,
it's all it's like their games do the talking, but they're not like big personality.
She'll do like if she hit it was she hit the shot yesterday and was like, and it just
right.
That's a weird emotion to have after you hit the biggest shot to win a game. But all right,
more Tim Duncan-y.
Yeah, it was weird. They said Caitlin talks crazy though on the court.
Yeah, I've heard that.
She talks wild.
Yeah. All right, let's play fill in the blank.
Love fill in the blank.
We know. Good grief.
It's time for fill in the blank.
If you guys have anything cowboy related for fist fighting,
Mine are. I do have an NFL one though.
All right, well, obviously going to be talking a lot of college football tomorrow, leading into the weekend and all the games. If you could bet on one team right now that will play in the national title game, I'll give you any team you would choose.
Fill in the blank, sucker. Ohio State.
That they will play for the national title.
Ohio State, yeah.
I'll go Alabama.
Alabama. Okay.
Probably get good odds on that, by the way.
Yeah,
okay, Alabama. Right now, for winning the national championship, who do you think the odds-on favorite are?
Texas or Ohio State?
Texas is 370.
Yeah.
Which could change dramatically if they lost to Georgia this weekend.
Yeah.
Ohio State's 450.
Yeah.
Georgia's 500.
Yeah.
Oregon's 550. Bama 900.
Oh, give me some good odds, baby.
9-1 right there, yeah.
All right. So that's 5 teams, right? Texas, Ohio State, Georgia, Oregon, Bama. All right. Who's next? Next best odds to win the national title. You will never get this. I just don't think you're going to think of it.
BYU?
Miami?
No.
Notre Dame?
Miami is 22. They're 2,200.
Notre Dame? To win the Natty, right?
Penn State?
1,400. It is. It's Penn State.
I was going to say Penn State or LSU. Because LSU's in the top 10 now, too.
I did not realize.
I'm going by the rankings.
Hey, so look.
I didn't realize Iowa State's a top 10 team now.
Texas, Ohio State, Georgia, Oregon, Bama, Penn State. And then you think about the way we've thought about this season so far. And when I tell you the next 4 teams, you're going to lose your mind. Clemson?
Dude.
No, wait.
Yeah.
Tennessee, Miami, Ole Miss?
Okay.
I guess it's the
What?
The SEC
So
team.
Ole Miss plus 2,800.
Two things. Clemson, have you looked at what they've done since they lost that Georgia game?
Yeah, right.
They've been hooping since then.
Well,
bro.
the conference is awful.
Yeah, and they're scoring like 50 points
Yeah.
a game, just killing teams. Have you talked to any of your Ole Miss buddies since Saturday?
The LSU game?
Bro, they led the whole game. LSU won the game and never led. Like, your Ole Miss buddies have got, like, dude,
losing their minds.
Supposed to be the year. And now you look up and they got 2 losses.
They're plus 2,800.
Yeah.
That's not that.
But if they lose, but they still have to play Georgia. And if they lose to Georgia, they're not making the playoff. Because that'll be 3 losses. There's no way they'll make the playoff with 3 losses.
No, not with 3.
I just can't believe that you think about it feels like massive parity because, I mean, how many times have we given up on Clemson, Tennessee, Miami, and Ole Miss?
Once a week.
Okay. I guess Miami doesn't have a loss yet, right?
Nah.
Miami doesn't. No, they've tried.
Yeah.
They've tried.
Shout out Crystal
VTech game was crazy. They should have lost.
And the Cal game, they were
Cal
down
game, they should've
35-10
lost
to Cal, and they came back and won.
What are we gonna do if Iowa State goes undefeated, bro? Because I just looked at their schedule and they got straight up.
Well,
nobody left.
UCF, Buns, Texas Tech, Kansas at Kansas might be a tough one.
No, it's not. They're awful.
They suck now.
Yeah, they're terrible.
Cincinnati.
They're
not better. They're not better than Iowa State.
That's what I'm saying. Utah, Cam Rising's not gonna be there.
Cam Rising's done.
And then they finish the season versus Kansas State. So if they get past that game, they may be. We
Oh,
might,
yeah.
we might
So-
look up and we can see Iowa State.
They could be in the playoff.
They might be in the playoff,
They might be in
bro.
the playoff.
They're 6-0.
And Kansas State, I don't know what the deal. They lost their quarterback in that Colorado game, so I don't know what his deal is.
I do not want Iowa State anywhere near the conference, the playoff.
Fair enough. Oh, I mean, it'll just be one game if they're not good enough.
Yeah,
right?
true.
That's
true,
a good
true,
thing.
true.
The player your opinion has changed the most on in the for the upcoming season. I'm talking about a Grizzlies player, okay? The player your opinion has changed the most on for the upcoming season is
fill in the blank, sucker.
I think this is an easy one for 2 out of 3 of us. Zach Edey.
Zach Edey.
Yep. And I'm gonna keep it real. Yeah, because I remember when he was in college, I was like, "Yo, it's a big dude, 7'4". Can he do it in the NBA? I don't know. No, we've seen 7'4" guys. Blah blah blah. He plays at Purdue. But then you see him, you're like, "Hold on now."
Yeah.
He might be Maple Ming for real.
I love Maple Ming.
So
it's a great nickname.
I think Zach Edey is definitely mine because I love how dominant he is. Because if you look on YouTube right now, bro, everybody is making videos about, yo, that Zach Edey thing is a problem.
If we're gonna,
Rasheed Wallace was talking about
Yep.
on the podcast about how, yo, that dude can be one of them ones.
if we were gonna set aside Edey, because that's obvious,
Yeah.
I think I'd say Scotty.
Yeah.
I mean, if I take this summer into consideration, if we get to the end of last season, I would never have thought that Scottie Pippen's our backup point guard.
I would say Jalen Wells.
And with the summer league and then he's
Because I still didn't think. I know he hit the 1-game winner in summer league, but I still thought in summer league like,
meh.
I didn't think he looked that confident.
Yeah.
And the preseason though, he
Mega confident.
Mega confident.
Mega confident.
Like maybe he got in those open runs or something and was just like
He certainly looks like a
found it
hit.
and was like, I can play.
sure.
I
He
know I can
looks
play.
like
Yeah.
a guy that they targeted and they hit on. Like they actually got another second round player.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? The talent evaluation and the player development thing is at work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay. Anyone in the NBA, not any rookie, not named Zach Edey. I'm going to buy you a rookie card right now, a very valuable rookie card right now. The deal is you have to sell it at the end of this year, no matter what. You have to sell it at the end of this year. I'm going to buy you the rookie card right before the season. And at the end of the year, we agree when the day the season ends, you sell the card. You would choose.
Fill in the blank, sucker.
'Cause this is a little different than who's the best guy, right?
Japanese chocolate Yuki Karamura.
That's not true.
Put the photo up.
What?
Look how much it's selling for. I sent y'all the CVS chat. Put how much it's going for. He's Japanese Steph Curry, Verno.
What?
You see that?
What card is that?
What is that?
That's his autographed
Okay,
jersey
well, that's
card.
what somebody's asking. That doesn't mean that's what they're going to get.
Yeah,
that's a crazy number to ask.
that's outrageous.
You don't think
That's not even that's not a real thing.
They're all going for that much.
Oh, that's handwritten. Okay, so somebody's just making those.
And then having him write. and
Yeah,
then having
somebody
him
made
sign
them.
and
Yeah,
then having
somebody
him sign
made
the
those.
card.
That's
Yeah.
not fair.
So I can't go
No,
Japanese Curry?
No.
Okay, all right. Let me change my answer then. I can't pick Japanese Curry, man.
I mean, I would still say. You should have said Bronny too. You should have said you.
Yeah,
can't
you
say
said no.
Bronny.
Take Bronny off the table.
You should have said take.
I'm not
Bronny
taking Bronny off the table.
I go Bronny then.
Bronny. It's stupid. His stuff sells for as much as it does.
And he scored like one bucket.
It won't at the end of the year.
It still will.
No, it won't.
Yeah,
He's LeBron.
He'll still
No,
sell for
it
a-
will not.
He'll still sell for a lot.
No way.
You have very low confidence in the bronze sexuals.
It's not gonna sell. People do that to they're not.
It'll be worth us in 2 or 3 years, but I think at the end of this year, because he's still young, the bronze sexuals are definitely gonna buy those cards.
If he's not a basketball player, they're not.
Hey man, like I said, you have very low faith in the bronze sexual community.
He's shooting 9% in the preseason.
Yeah,
9. That's not even double digits.
Okay, no.
9.
Okay, I'll give you one.
9.1%.
No. I'll give you one. Same team, Dalton Connect.
Ooh.
It's the Lakers thing. Dude, the Lakers thing gets a pop. I remember Taylor Horton-Tucker rookie cards going for a bunch. I remember there was a pop on Max Chrissy after a preseason. Like, dude, the Lakers pop is real.
I'll go because he might. This is my rookie of the year pick. If it's not Zach Edey, Bree Shepard.
Yeah, Shepard stuff is.
Oh, you've come around.
That boy can hoop, man.
Oh, he's come around.
That white boy can hoop.
I love the
that white boy can hoop, man.
I love the Simmons Russillo talking about the Rockets, basically saying their theory. They might have too many good players.
They for sure do.
Too many of them, which means there's going to be a bunch that are going to be pissed off because you can't play everybody. You can't play 15 guys.
Go ahead.
All right. I talked about Sabrina's shoe being one of the best shoes in the top shoe in the league. I'm putting you and Rose in the NBA.
Okay.
You and Rose in the NBA. If you're in the NBA, the shoe you would wear is
fill in the blank, sucker.
Anything that's a high top.
Bro, you gotta pick a shoe, bro. You can't say anything that's a hot top.
I'm wearing Jordan 12s.
I think. I think I'd be worried about my ankles in the Jaws.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? So I like the Jaws. I would just be worried. I mean, I've twisted my ankles too many times.
Jordan 12s.
You hooping 12s?
12s.
Have you ever hooped in some 12s before?
Yeah, and I'm taping up my ankles too. I'm taping everything up still too.
You know, my favorite ones I think I ever had in college, and I actually have a pair now that I bought off of StockX. I like the Iversons.
Okay.
I loved those. The questions.
Yeah.
I loved them. I've got the white. I've got the white ones with the white with the red and the gold.
Yeah.
Yeah. The white ones with the red and the gold. And I actually, when I coached Williams rec team last year, I'd go out and play with them at practice, and that's what I would wear those most often.
Do you zip or unzip?
They weren't the zip ones.
They
They tie, but they're. But I still like those. Like they were always just so comfortable to me.
Yeah, the answers are legit.
I really like those. Yeah. And the ones I'm talking about on the side, it's got the I3, like little bubble.
Yeah. I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah. I've still got those. I like those. In terms of like playing, I think I like those the best. Like, I mean, those and maybe it's just like a nostalgia thing, because those, that was honestly, they came out for the first time when I was in college, and so those are the ones I wore all the time.
Y'all both were nostalgia. He won Jordan 12. You won answers. So shout out. I guess my next one. All right, the Memphis Tigers played their first exhibition game this week against North Carolina. Me and Rosa talked about how iconic the North Carolina brand is, and it's so good to have them in the arena. The most iconic jersey in sports is
fill in the blank, sucker.
No, it's Cowboys. I mean, come on, the star. Come on, it's not even close.
Okay, you go with that.
How dare you?
The Yankees.
I think the Yankee pinstripes.
You think the Yankee pinstripes?
Yes.
Or
I think that's fair.
No soccer team can get in it.
No, because they changed their
the sponsors.
Sponsors on the front.
Okay.
And all the NBA teams, if I'm being fair, all the NBA teams have screwed up all the jersey stuff.
Because they do freaky jerseys
They've
every year.
all screwed up all the jersey stuff, so it's nothing. Nothing is like the classic thing.
Yeah.
Right? Like the old classic, like Lakers jerseys, the old classic Celtics jerseys, the old classic. Like nothing is old and classic, right?
The only one I feel like
that's
that
like a
is
special
still,
event to have anything old and classic.
The only one I feel like that still is, I think the Bulls. The
They
Bulls
do. The
still
Bulls
wear,
still wear the OG
They
red
still wear
and
the
white
OG
joint.
Bulls across the front. Sometimes they wear the black ones that say Chicago on them, but like they do wear the red and the white that just say Bulls on them.
Yeah, baseball's kind of the only one that's like stuck with the nostalgia of it all. And then college football as well, right? Bama still looks the same.
Notre Dame is iconic.
And
brand.
Notre Dame's iconic, but they've even changed up kind of how it.
Yeah, but they don't change that much. It's still a golden dome. It's still navy blue. It's still no names on the backs.
Yeah, they ain't modern. Somebody brought up Argentina's soccer jerseys. They do keep the blue and white.
That's right, with the stripes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like those.
When you see those, you know that's Argentina.
Brazil's
soccer.
yellow jerseys too.
Yeah.
You know Brazil's soccer jersey. when
So
you see
yours
it.
is who?
The Yankees.
Yankees.
I think his answer is actually
Especially if
is
you asked
probably
in
the
America.
right. I think that's the right one.
Yeah, the Yankees.
If you're just talking, you asked in America, I think you would get the Yankees.
Yeah.
In America.
Well, I mean, soccer's such a worldwide sport that, like, if you
All right, you got one more. You go.
No,
we'll
it was
go,
Roser.
go ahead, Roser.
All right. Devontae Adams going to the Jets. Amari Cooper now going to the Bills. The best quarterback wide receiver duo in the league is
Fill in the blank, sucker.
Sam Darnold and Justin Jefferson.
You said the best quarterback receiver
quarterback
duo?
receiver duo.
I mean, are you really gonna do this just to piss me off?
No.
I know, right?
Oh, okay.
Quarterback receiver duo.
Well, I mean, it's
All right.
you do have to think about it for a sec.
You do. I'll probably go. I mean, he's hurt now, but I'm probably gonna go Nico and Stroud.
That's a good one.
I'm gonna go Nico and
Nico
Stroud
Collins.
right now.
Nico Collins missed that game on
But he's-
Sunday, and he still leads the NFL in receiving yards.
Yeah, if Burrow wasn't so buns, I would go Burrow and
Dude, Burrow's not buns. Burrow's
Burrow
awesome.
and Chase. That's a good one too.
Burrow and Chase is a good one.
It is.
But I'm gonna go Stroud and Nico.
I think it is the one I mentioned there. Dude, I think Josh Allen to Amari Cooper is going to be
gonna be awesome.
Oh, it
I
is going to
forgot
be
he was-
unbelievable.
I forgot he was in the NFL, bro.
Yeah, because he's catching passes from Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, I forgot. When he left the Cowboys, I was like, oh crap, he's still playing.
He was good last year when he had Flacco throwing to him.
Yeah.
Didn't I read the Baker's leading the league in touchdowns? So it'd be Baker and
because Godwin,
Evans or Godwin. Right?
They
Like-
both have 5 touchdown catches each. Evans and Godwin do. And they've got freaking Bucky Irving and then this Sean Tucker kid. Like, dude, the Bucs offense is legit.
If Rodgers and Devontae Adams back together, I actually think that's going to be awesome again.
It is going to be awesome. Tua and Tyreek Hill was really good.
Yeah, but they both kind of,
Because it's got, right, like you got to take both of the. I think Burrow and Chase is actually the answer.
Burrow and Chase.
Yeah, like if you said, I'm viewing it like this. If you said, I've lost, so take mine away. Take away Dak and CD.
Yeah.
I can have the combo of anyone.
For this weekend?
I think, or going forward. That's the combo I think everyone would choose.
Burrow and Chase.
Yeah, because there's not really Rashee Rice is hurt, so you would take Mahomes, but he doesn't have the receiver that's
receiver.
So I guess you could take Mahomes and
Kelce.
Xavier Worthy. I don't give a damn.
Well,
Mahomes and Kelce, man.
Yeah,
Kelsey's
right.
a tight end, but
But I'm saying there's not an obvious Juju Smith-Schuster.
And we saw last year in the playoffs, even when when it
Juju.
comes down to it, ultimately,
it doesn't matter.
Mahomes isn't throwing to Rice; he's throwing to Kelsey.
That's right.
It's who he throws to.
But I
It's a
think
tight
I would
end
take.
combo.
I think if you just said I get the combination of the two players, that's the best combo, right?
And underrated, my boy. My boy and Zay is underrated too, though.
Yeah, he's got to catch a touchdown.
8 and 4 are pretty underrated. Don't roll your eyes. 4 and 2.
Stop.
4 and 2.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
MVP.
All right, y'all gonna have to pull up NBA rank.
Oh God.
ESPN's. I hope y'all have looked at it. Dev, you should have looked at it because we talked about it yesterday.
I've looked at them enough.
What is NBA rank?
It's on ESPN.
ESPN, they did the top 100. The
ESPN.com.
top 100. They just did the top 10 today. Your biggest beef with the NBA rank is
Fill in the blank,
That they
sucker.
have a-
Who's
that
the
they-
player? Who's
my
the player?
biggest beef is they have an NBA rank.
No. Who's the player where they're ranked? Your biggest beef is.
By the way, hold on. All right.
You and Bennett saying that Klay Thompson shouldn't even be in the top, that it was too high for him to be at 71, that he should just be totally out of it.
He had hit a shot on preseason. A shot, bro.
Man, y'all killed Klay Thompson.
Bro, he has not hit a shot, bro. Zero shots. All right. Let's see. I think it may be the Dez at 60. I think that's really, really disrespectful, bro.
SGA at 4 is, he ain't never won none.
He ain't never won none. I agree with that.
That's just high. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Based on recency bias, Zach LaVine at 74 is crazy because he murders us.
Bro, Jeremy Grant's still in the top 100 basketball players. I mean, it's crazy.
LeBron at 7's a little high, too.
Whoa.
It is. You don't think?
Yes. No. Wait, what? No.
Do you think if I had SG, I mean, I do think that Oklahoma City Thunder team is like really, really good. Look, I love SGA, and I think he's great. But I'm just saying, typically when you do this stuff, it's like, you know, like I was the best player on a team that did blank. What has he done that Ja hasn't done?
Yeah, and Ja's like 20.
Right?
Yeah. Ja at 20 is sicko mode too, by the way. Because when Ja hoops, when Ja plays, he's like a top 3 point guard in the league.
And I also think it's like, you know, that's exceptionally higher than like, say, Jalen Brunson, who Jalen Brunson and them took down the Sixers last year. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
he's 12.
Right? Wemby is, I would for sure, bro, I defy you to tell me that there are 10 players that would get chosen before Victor Wembanyama.
That's what we said yesterday. I was like,
that's crazy.
Wemby should be
line him up on
list.
A wall, and I don't know where he's going, but it ain't 11.
It's not 11.
It ain't 11,
no,
bro.
It's not 11.
Yeah. The Wemby at 11 is crazy. Tyrese being 4 spots ahead of Ja is crazy.
Oh, he's ahead of Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, I don't like.
The Ja one is 20 is terrible.
Yeah, Ja at 20 is probably mine, bro. 20? 20 players better than 12? No.
Do you think
Paolo's kind of low too?
I said that yesterday.
Paolo's kind of low too.
I thought that with Paolo. I was like, there are not 23 players better than Paolo.
And so many of these are dependent upon their, like, you know, their health or whatever.
Damian Lillard,
Bro, I promise you,
Leonard.
they're 26 better than Zion. I don't care what you say. Yeah. No way.
Yeah. Zion can hoop too.
Again, we're doing the healthy thing, right?
Yeah,
like, are you healthy?
I mean, he don't win shit, but Trae Young at 37 is sicko mode too. Because he puts up 26 and 11
Dame,
every night.
Kawhi, Paul George, Embiid.
Yeah, Trae Young stays getting disrespected. I get it. He's high volume, but I mean, he's behind Scotty Barnes.
Yeah, right.
That's
like, what are we doing?
Oh,
bro?
I thought R.J. Barrett being ahead of Jaren and Desmond Bane was insane.
Paid that
R.J.
money.
Barrett has never played on a team that does anything.
He is.
Yeah,
he's
like
ahead of
53rd.
Yeah,
Jaren's 55. And
okay,
Dez is
Jaren
60.
is my biggest beef then. He's at 55?
55.
Yeah,
that's
55.
stupid. Yes. Come on. I think LaMelo is not 50.
No.
He's better than that.
When he's healthy, that boy can hoop too.
Yeah.
Because he's been hooping in the preseason, and people got, oh, snap.
Yeah, Jaren being 55 is crazy because he's an outstanding offensive player, and he was one defensive player of the year. Right?
It shows you going up and down this list.
And you also, because they don't, that's not giving him credit for being defensive player of the year.
Yeah.
Because you have Rudy Gobert at 34, right?
He was
and Rudy
64
Gobert
last
is
year.
Stand in the middle of the basket.
a non-offense.
Yeah.
Right? Jaren, damn near 20-point-per-game scorer.
Yeah.
Who can shoot threes.
And block shots.
And one defensive player of the year. You can't take it away.
No.
That happened.
It happened.
So it's a two-way game. How is he not? I mean, if he's that devastating, then you got guys like, you know, Aaron Gordon's at 49. I've seen Aaron Gordon when he's not playing with Nikola Jokic. I've seen that.
He was a witness
Nobody
protection.
cared.
Witness protection in Orlando.
No, nobody cared.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a dunker spot player.
Yeah.
And he's really good player and a good defender. But he's a dunker spot guy. Right?
Yeah.
Like, there's no way that's too low for Jaren. Jaren's is low.
Yours is Jaren at 55.
Yeah, his is low. Yeah. I'll tell you this, look, I don't like him on the fit with the new team, but that's disrespectful to Julius Randle to be 48. This guy's made 2 All-NBA teams.
Yeah.
How are you 48?
Yeah, I don't like how inefficient he is.
But he's way more accomplished than a lot of his peers.
Yeah, he stresses me out on his efficiency numbers.
That's the first time you have ever mentioned efficiency.
You like
on
that?
This
You
show.
like that?
You've
You like that?
never
You like
mentioned
that?
efficiency.
You like that? Yeah.
Julius Randle has brought out efficient Devin.
Yes. Efficiency numbers, Julius
Mr.
Randle.
Efficiency.
Mr. Efficiency, that's me.
What does he care about?
Was Jeff Teague talking about efficiency on his podcast?
No, I care about efficiency because they got me doing a new job now, so I got to give an effort about efficiency.
They're programming him.
Yeah.
They're programming
Yeah.
him. They stuck the nodes to his head and they say, "You will care about efficiency."
Yeah, I gotta care about efficiency,
Oh,
bro.
no.
Read the Excel spreadsheet.
I ain't doing that now. We good on that. We're gonna go by the eye test, but efficiency, yes. By the way, we have some breaking news for you guys.
Is this an old friend?
A
A former Grizz, our old friend?
For our old friend,
Old friend.
Yeah.
Justice Winslow.
Has announced his retirement.
No. Well, kind
What?
of. Kind of. This is the
Basically.
this is the next
This is
step
the next
before
step
you
to-
just are like, you know what, it's never happening.
This man just signed an Exhibit 10 contract with the Bucks.
Is that right?
How fast they fall.
Wow.
He was just what? He was like the next piece to our our puzzle. You know?
He was a piece, all right.
Yes. He had the
A piece of crap.
He had the Grizzly jackets with the 7 on it. He was like all
We
in.
started him at point guard.
Yeah, we did.
I got in trouble.
You did because you were.
I got
yelling
in
about
trouble for saying free tires. It's like we're trying something.
trying. We're like,
I know what
it's-
you're trying.
We're like, it's the
You're
50th
trying.
game of the season.
Yeah,
Mike.
I know what we're trying. It's called throw feces on the fans.
Throw feces on the fans. Throw feces on the fans. They're gonna give away helmets. The next giveaway, they're gonna give away the bags.
Yeah, they're also going to give away helmets for people that sat in the front row in case he shot one of his patented errant threes.
Never forget. Not being able to hit 2 in a row on my warm-up videos. Like, bro, make a shot, bro.
Please make a shot.
Make 2 in a row. That's my rule. Always make 2 in a row. He would never make 2 in a row.
He already broke the camera on top of the shot clock.
Poor Joe Murphy, man. It's all good. Shout out Justice Winslow, good dude, man.
All right, thanks to Devin Walker, thanks to John Rosa across the glass, thanks to Soraya back in the studio.
Kyra.
Oh, what did I say? I said
We-
Soraya.
Kyra.
That's crazy. Kyra back in the studio. What did I say? I got the names mixed up.
That's tough. We all look alike. It's all right.
Oh, how dare you? He just told me who was doing our show. He's like, it's not Jacob today. We'll be back tomorrow. Until then, we gone.